Hey everyone, welcome to Uma Talks with Natalie Romash and Rita Kakati-Shah. Hi Rita.
Hi Natalie, hi everyone.
Guys, I hope you had a very good week and full of big wins, small wins, and full of success. And also, I hope you are ready to join us for these Uma Talks because we're gonna talk about success. And Rita, I want to start from asking you, what does success means to you personally?
That's a great question, Natalie. I was not expecting that one, but success to me is being able to, I guess, get through my day, get through my week, having accomplished things that I really care about. So for me, it's getting my work done that I've set myself in advance, making sure my kids are fed, happy. My husband's looked after as well. I'm still working from home mostly at the moment, and to me, that is the little successes that I celebrate.
Oh, thank you, Rita. It's such a wonderful definition, and you definitely have your own take on success. And I'm so glad that your point of view, it's not stereotypical. It's so personal, and it's so Rita. Because we have the first question is from Maria, and Maria is asking, I do want to become successful. However, I noted the lack of motivation and happiness after achieving some of my goals. Is something wrong with me?
That's a great question for Maria, but I just want to quickly say that success is personal, and that's why I put it that way. So Maria, for you too, it's a personal thing. Success can only be defined by you. What are the goals that you are setting for you? And just break them down into mini goals. And once you've achieved one of those mini little tasks, mini goals, that is something that you can tick off your list. That is a little success for you. So I think just start from there, Maria. It's small little steps and see how you get along.
Oh, thank you, Rita. Because before preparing to this Uma Talks, I noticed that success is such kind of a stereotypical thing. It can be associated with, all right, like big achievements, very expensive stuff that maybe you even don't need, or any other like big bold actions. But from what we are talking about, it feels like success. It's very personal and very something that comes from within and comes from little things. And I'm so glad that we're talking about it because we've got a question, actually pretty similar questions from a few of our followers who have been following us since the first Suma Talks. And the question is from Aisha, Rohan, and Kelly. And all of them are asking pretty similar things, so I will summarize it. Rita, do you think there is any playbook or any approach our followers can use to get their better goals, to be more successful in these little small things?
Great question. So, starters, Kelly, Aisha, and Rohan, thank you so much for being followers of ours. We love having you each week. So, thank you for watching us. I would say that in terms of having a playbook, there isn't a set playbook. Now, the way we think of success at UMA is actually not stereotypical, as you've mentioned, Natalie. We think of it in three main ways. One, it's a mindset. Of just being very persevering, having that grit, that resilience to continue going, and just keep on no matter what it is that's standing in your path. The secondly, it has to be set personally by you. And the third thing is that you've got to break it down into small, achievable steps and be adaptable to changing along the way. So once you have those, in a way, think of that as your playbook. Let's redefine the rules out there. In society, we think of success according to what our culture gives us a definition, according to what our boss says, according to our company, according to what our friends are doing, our peer group. And that defines us, and that can cause a lot of tension and stress. But if we can redefine that definition, what does success mean to me? If I'm making small steps in the right direction, a direction that I have set for myself, a direction that I care about, I have to be passionate about that end goal. What is my mindset to getting there? That is your playbook for success.
Oh, thank you so much, Rita. It's such a deep understanding, and I hope that all our followers and even people who are not following us but see this video will take a step back and just think about a little bit from inside. So what I'm doing, why am I doing this? And maybe they will find a better way or an easier way, or will just treat themselves more with kindness, with very, very like warm, the way they will treat anyone else, because it's very easy to follow ambition and to lose track of anything, and even sometimes ruin your relationship with the loved ones, and even don't notice it, because it's for from one point it's cultural, but from other point it just feels like the right thing, that if you, in order to go get it, you're pushing yourself up to the limit, and not like think a lot about, all right, what will happen next, what will happen after this. And Rita, the next question is from Rupa, and Rupa is the mom of two, and it feels like Rupa is kind of very ambitious lady, and she's in the middle of her career. And Rupa is asking, how can I become better at my work-life balance? Because I feel pretty often the lack of motivation and the lack of energy, and especially after having two kids and after getting back to work, pretty often it feels like no matter how hard I'm trying, everything just falls over the place.
Great question, Rupert. And I'm nodding a lot right now because it feels like me almost, because I am a mom of two kids as well. I've been through that. So many people have. And I think the first thing to recognize is that don't be hard on yourself. You have done something absolutely amazing by raising two small kids in the first place. So for starters, give yourself a huge pat on the back for that. That is no mean feat by any means. Secondly, you're also balancing having a career outside of being, I call motherhood or parenthood a career in itself. So you're having a dual career right now. You're doing something full-time twice over. So that, again, is a huge, huge feat. So again, just set yourself little goals. What are your goals in the week? What are your goals in the day? Assuming, and this is a big assumption, Rupa, I don't know, but if you're working from home right now or have been during the quarantine period, part of success could be just getting through the day, making sure your kids have been fed, have been homeschooled, have been taken care of, but at the same time making sure that you've attended a couple of meetings. That could be how you're defining your success, getting through that day. So it really depends how your goals, your work goals, your personal goals, and how you're setting yourself and what standards. So I think have a little think about that, take a step back. I like Sundays as an example. That's the day I set myself my tasks for the week. That's my day to take a step back, to reflect and plan for the week. I'm a huge planner, as a lot of my friends and colleagues, Natalie knows this very well. So to try that, whatever works for you, just spend some time and plan out for the week. What are your tasks? What is going to be the main priority within those tasks for you? What can take a step back? And then you define yourself, what makes you feel good? What is personally something important to you to achieve within those goals? And then take it from there.
Oh, thank you, Rita. And thank you, Rupa, for asking this question. And I hope this will help you, and this will help all the moms who are working, who are going to work, because being a mom and building a career, it's a huge achievement by itself. And I'm so great that actually the UMA started from helping moms and from a big understanding of Rita, of what it takes to be a mom, what it takes to be to build career. And guys, today
I just wanted to add actually at that point, Natalie, that speaking of where Uma and our journey started, looking after women, empowering women and a lot of mothers out there, but also the journey continues. I mean, schools are about to reopen as well in New York City. That is a huge stress, not just for us where we are right now, but around the world. Everybody, whether you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a parent in general, is having that same battle right now. What happens to working and looking after your children and doing drop off and pick up at the same time? How do you manage that? We are all going through that right now. So Rupa and everybody else out there is going through that. We understand you. But again, it's so important to take small steps, small deliverables where possible. Plan specific meetings during the day where possible, earlier in the day, when you know that you won't have to be out of the house, or where you can be on call, whether it's you or whether it's a partner. It depends who's taking the responsibility that day. Absolutely share it out with your support network. But you have to set those small goals, and you have to be flexible. I'm also saying this to any employers out there, any of our partner companies that are listening to this. Please be flexible as well to your employees. This is big for everybody. It affects everybody. So please be mindful of that when you are scheduling meetings and deliverables as well. So just wanted to add that in, Natalie.
Oh, thank you, Rita. Is so important. And right now, when My team is working remotely, and I work remotely, and Uma works remotely. This flexibility becomes definitely the thing, because pretty often it may feel like, all right, I will call this time, and later on, for example, like husband can be at home, or kids can require more attention, and you literally just need to squeeze it somewhere. And I do appreciate all people I have meetings with, who can just understand this and be more flexible and give a room for all this working from home kind of environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and guys, we have the last question, and this question is a bit different from others, because it feels more like a life story. And Gina sent us a very kind of pretty lengthy DM message, and but I do love you to hear the entire message, because to better understand Gina and to help her in being more successful and understand your situation, we do need to understand the story a bit. So Gina is asking, Gina is saying that I'm a girl from a small town, and I moved to New York City at the age of 18. And actually, I'm pretty much confident and kind of successful, because my small oh, sorry, let's start all over, because I missed a part. And Gina is texting us. I'm a girl from a small town. I moved to New York City at the age of 18, because my small town felt kind of too small for me and for my ambitions. And being an ambitious girl, I actually, if I will look backwards, I will see pretty much good successes and good achievements in my career. But you know, when I alone and when I look at the mirror, I still see that small girl from a small town, and telling honestly, I feel a bit shy about it. Is something wrong with me, or what should I do about that?
Oh, you know what? That's a beautiful question. And I've got to say, thank you so much for sharing that with us. You know, it's a beautiful journey. And I think, you know, you feel like that small girl from a small town, because that is what defines you. That is how you brought up. That was your first environment that influenced you. And there is nothing wrong with that. It is beautiful. It is your identity. You know, the fact that you're moving to a big city like New York City or wherever, anywhere outside of where you grew up, that is a transition for anybody. And you know, it depends on your own personal goals. What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to do? I think you can have all of that in mind, but for anything, any of these successes that we talk about, perseverance, to have that grit type of mentality, don't lose yourself or let go of who you are. So rather than think of it as a bad thing, that, oh my gosh, I keep remembering about my childhood, or I came from a small background, let that define you. It's because you came from humble beginnings. It's because of that you are defining the next step in your journey. It's because of that you want to go in a personal direction. You know, when folks interview you, or you are looking to start something new of your own in the future, that can be your story. That is your passion that's driving you. You know, a small girl from a small town trying to make it big, and this is why.
Oh, thank you so much, Rita. And do actually, imperfections, it's what makes us real, and what gives our personality such a good vibe, such an impression that, hey, I'm talking to real human, not someone who trying just to look polished and glamorous, or just like from right from the each side. And I hope this will help Gina, and also I hope that lots of other girls from small cities or from big cities who are on their own journey are hearing this story, and will take something from it and be more confident, and will appreciate their inner self and their own journey in going and getting there.
Beautiful. And I love that messaging for this.
Oh, thank you, Rita. And guys, you know what? We can't wait to hear your next questions, because our next topic will be even more deep, because we're going to talk about the imposter syndrome. And actually, we at UMA will guide you how to use it, and how to treat it right, and how to understand yourself better, and how to overcome all the stopping points that you may face uh, kind of like internally to go and get it, to build your career, to build your company, or build your empire or family, and to be even more successful, and to be proud of yourself.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that topic. It's a great one, and it spans everything, in personal and professional lives. You know, it affects women a lot. It affects men too. It affects everybody in society. So looking forward to that one.
Oh, thank you so much, Rita. Thank you, guys, and can see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everyone.